What is going on, fellas? It is the fourth episode of the Lunch Table League podcast, and we got the Nick Tater, we got Goat, and we got MK here. How you guys doing?
Doing
Oh,
well.
Friday night, 9 o'clock. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, sorry about the 15 minutes late on that one. I think you'll enjoy. I think Nick will definitely enjoy the new video cut, which is going to be a segment. I think he'll enjoy it the most. But we'll get that here soon. Let's kick it right off. And how was everyone's week two's games? How you feeling? I know I'll start off actually. I feel like dog shit. I am 0-2 right now. I think I'm definitely not the lowest in points scored, but I feel like I have gone up against two juggernauts in Daddy and Watson the first 2 weeks.
Watson is scoring a bunch of points.
Yeah.
Mike, I mean, he is just really scoring points that you. I saw him. I looked at his score and I was like, oh man! And I mean, you scored very well too.
I know.
It's not like you didn't score points.
Yeah.
He just really has been, and
you know,
he's got a hell of a team right now.
He's not. I think he does a good job of not being, not overthinking, not being, his judgment or his opinions being clouded by previous years or a guy being old. He just, sees the guy, takes the guy. I mean,
yeah,
took James Cook, and here we go.
Everybody's talking down about James Cook, and even when you're leading up to week one, everybody's saying, "Oh, this guy's not going to get any carries. His time's done," and it doesn't phase him. He goes in there, and sure enough, here James Cook is a machine again. For the first 3 weeks.
Yeah. The only thing I always worry about with Cook is, one, what's he going to be like at the goal line? Because Josh Allen is going to Josh Allen, and like he did last night where he gets that bootleg and you think he's going to run it in, and then he, pitches it to the third string tight end, and you're just like, what?
And that's why I like to have Josh Allen, because he
Am I the only one who I'm having some major audio issues here? I can't hear anything.
I can hear perfect.
PJ.
Yeah, Nick, why don't you drop off and then join back in?
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you perfect, Nick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think he might be having some issues.
Yeah, he might be having some connection issues. No, I was telling Nick, we were bowling last night. I was telling Nick with Allen, I said, when he took McBride before me, the reason I took Allen is because when they're down at that, if they don't give it to Cook, Allen, they like to do them end arounds where he'll come around and just run it in himself. There's always a 50-50 shot when they're down on the goal line, whether he'll run it in himself or he will pass it. Or like last night when he shoveled that, he just chucked that thing forward. I mean, I was not expecting him to do that.
Yeah. So we'll get into last night's game here in a minute, but real quick, MK, how you feeling so far? 2 weeks
I
in?
literally to be honest, I had absolutely no business winning the game that I won. And I know
those are always the best. Those are always the best.
Right. It's just, and you look at Tom's team and I mean, the guy had 3 injuries on his team. Reed's gone. Eckler gets hurt. Burrow gets hurt. You're thinking, I'm looking at the roster going in. I'm like, I should absolutely clobber him. All my guys have terrible weeks. Allen doesn't even throw a touchdown pass. And then I get a gift of a touchdown by a play from Seattle that hasn't happened, I don't think, since 1981 on a kickoff. That's bobbled by their, return guy, and they catch it in the end zone on a new fluke rule that they can a live ball in the end zone.
Oh, he didn't even go for it. He just let it
bounce, and they recovered it in the end zone. And then not only that, but Cedric Tillman's touchdown, he was sitting on his knees in the end zone, and the ball just got deflected and landed right in his hands. So, I mean, those are two fluke touchdowns that I literally win on by less than 3 points. So, I mean, I honestly should be 1-1, and I had absolutely no business winning. And now I'm going up against the truth. And historically, I've only beaten Nathan one time ever. I usually have my hands full with him. So, yeah, I don't feel very confident going forward, but I still feel that I have a lot of things on the bench, that possibilities coming forward that uh,
Yeah,
would have
yeah,
should
so
have
this was
given.
your week 2 matchup right here.
Yeah, it was
With
terrible. My team was
Tom.
terrible. Absolutely,
Uh,
Tom should have absolutely beat me. I had no business winning.
yeah,
I'm not going to gloat about a bad win. I mean, a win's a win, but there's absolutely no reason I should have won. Absolutely zero reason I should have won. My guys all stunk. I
it's
just got
you-
it was absolute luck. And everybody on Tom's team that did play had a touchdown. Every time I looked down at my phone, somebody on his team was getting a touchdown.
yeah. I mean, he really needs to get Brock Bowers going. I mean,
I could not
with
believe
with
it.
with his first three picks, I mean, he had Jamar Chase, which he produced. Obviously,
Oh, it
Burrow's
was,
hurt,
yep.
and Bowers was iffy to play last week. So, he's not in good shape right now.
No, and like I said, we were talking to him last night, and I was kind of surprised that he, didn't get more aggressive on the waiver wire, because I know my first year when I lost my first two picks in week 2, I went crazy with trades and just trying to do stupid stuff, just trying to get something going, just try to make a difference. And
Yeah.
because even when you kind of know your season's over, you still don't want to. I mean, you still want to try to, even if you can spoil other teams, you just don't want to give up. I don't like to just ever give up, and just throw the towel in, because you can still spoil somebody one week if you still play your cards right or still pay attention.
Still get
I don't.
top points, right?
Right.
You
I
can
mean,
still
right. I mean,
make
there's
top $10 to $5.
and even that first year, I ended up getting top points one week. I still end up getting money back because I didn't just say the hell with it. I mean, there's still, the way our league runs, where you can get top points and you can get money. There's still a reason to keep trying, even if you know
Yeah.
that you can't win the league.
Well, that's why the Nick Tater, came up with that rule, and
Yeah, that's a great
that was
rule, and
good.
I really I've always liked that, because even if you're dealt a bad hand like that, there's still a reason to pay attention and keep track of your roster and keep track of waivers and keep track of guys coming up to try to keep your team as good as you possibly can to keep playing every week.
Yep. Nick, we'll go to you next. How did you feel? Squeezing out this victory.
Well, I mean, I
0.9 points. 0.9.
0.9. I was throughout the day, like, I try not to put too much stock in the percentage win thing in ESPN's app, just
Yep.
because I feel like, I've seen it change.
Well, that's all Mike
so
Play,
quickly.
right? That's all the projected points are done by Mike Play in his computer. So
yeah, so I got to, I was kind of watching things, and I was like, all right, I'm like, well, he's not going nuts totally early. And then I got to the Chiefs Eagles game, and Jalen Hurts wasn't doing anything. And then he got got a visitor here. He got the tush push touchdown. So I was like, all right, well, like, that's going to be tough. And going into Sunday night, I think I was down like 20 or so. And I just remember thinking, like, I'm like, all right, well, I'm like, if Bijan can somehow, like, get me tied or get me a little ahead going into Monday night, I'm like, I'll take my kicker against Tampa Bay's defense and the rookie running back Hampton. And I wasn't even paying attention to the scores, and then I saw that Brad had King had sent a text out and just said, go away, Nick Tater. And I checked and saw that Fairbairn had hit a 50-yarder, and I was in the lead. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm up like 4 points and he has Hampton to go yet, I'm like, I'm going to bed. And I woke up, 4:30, 5 in the morning, checked my phone and did I couldn't believe that I pulled that one off. So,
Yeah, it was a good sneaky win.
I mean, you get the two lowest scoring teams match up against each other, and then there's a separation of 0.9. So, I think
A win is a win. A win is a
yeah,
win.
it's true. It's true.
I mean, I think you should know that more than anybody, right?
I mean,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I mean, well, it's my name is on that trophy there. So,
Well, your name is on the trophy. It's something that mine is not.
This one.
Always the bridesmaid. I am always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
I think that, and I'd have to look again, but at one point last year, I think I believe had the most wins in the league out of anybody, despite Adam at that point having won 3
Yes.
times.
Yes.
So I don't know where we stand after last year and early this year, but I mean, your team has been right there.
Really great in the regular. Was that be the Ravens? Like they're just really good in the regular season, just can't do much.
Little Ravens, little Bills.
Yeah.
Just got to get over that hump.
Just got to get over that hump. Adam, you had a pretty heartbreaking loss to, I would say, your arch nemesis.
On a normal week, if I put up 145, I'm gonna win.
You're good. I think you're solid.
This is a Cards Cubs game where the Cubs are gonna do crazy shit, and they're gonna do crazy shit, but
especially at Wrigley.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But and I knew walking into it. I saw the Bears Cowboys game, and I'm like, gosh, man, it's gonna go off. And then
it was the Giants, wasn't it? Giants and
Cowboys. The Giants Cowboys.
They play this week. Bears and Cowboys play this week.
Yeah, you're thinking Dunze or whatever went nuts on you, and then and Malik Neighbors and.
I knew when Russ chucked that one up in the end zone, the Neighbors, and he comes down, and even Russ was like, "Oh fuck yeah!" I was like, "Oh, that's over."
Yeah, Dunze, Neighbors, and Dak Prescott are really. Yeah. I mean that killed you. But I mean, you got 26.4 from Trevor Lawrence.
What a call! What a call!
Yeah, what a call!
It shouldn't. Drake May put up more points, and I was kind of happy because. I was thinking about a different QB and a different kicker, and I'm glad that he beat me by more than 5 points, or I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
No, that's always the worst, right? Like I think I did that the first week against Daddy, where I think I had a couple people on the bench, and I was just like, oh, would it have added up if I would have started them? Like that's the worst feeling in the world.
And week one, you just don't know what you're doing. You don't know who's going to do what.
Well, and ESPN doesn't have it, but when I played in Kings League, we played on myfantasyleague.com, and it would show your could have won, would have lost record also. Just to poke at you a little bit.
Stick the knife in harder.
Yeah. So,
real quick, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Regarding league formats, have you guys ever done like a best ball league where you just draft players, you don't set a lineup, and then it's just whoever your 2 top wide receivers scores, your 2 top running back scores, your quarterback, your tight end, if you drafted multiple tight ends, whoever your top tight end is. You guys have never done anything like that?
No.
Yeah, I play on DraftKings like before season starts. The last couple of years I've done pretty well. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean it's just you draft it and then you just you don't have to do anything, right? You just look at to see how you do at the end of the season.
It's pretty cool. Like the first 14 weeks, you're in your pool of 12 or whatever, and then they bump you up if you're in the top 2, and then that week 15, if you're in the top 2, you move on to the next round. So like last year, I made it something like in the 3rd round. And it was like a $25 buy-in at the beginning, and I ended up winning like 300 or something.
Nice.
That game. So
For $25, that's not bad.
I'll take that for sure.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
All right. So, and like I said, we don't even have to show my score. I'm about to go on a fire. This is the thing is that fucking every year, Quinshon Junkins, it's just like last year it was, who did I drop and Adam picked up last year? Yeah, Chase Brown.
Oh, yeah.
You get these things and you're just like, I don't want to make any moves now because I'm like,
dropping a running back is like, especially a young one.
He was still suspended going into like week 1. I'm like, all right, well, like, do I hold on to this dude not knowing what's going on?
Yeah.
And, I knew if I waited, Adam was going to pick it. And he even said it that first fucking show. Like I picked up Samson that right before that first show, and he was like, "And I was so close to doing it. You have
so
no
was
idea."
I.
So it's like,
yeah. So was I.
Like if I didn't do that, then Adam picks up Samson. Judkins doesn't sign, gets suspended. Like it's just like one of those things. You're just like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And then also, I got Nate in the back of my head, just like, oh my God, I can't believe you drafted a guy that's not even signed yet. You're like, you got that little fucking nugget just like sitting in the back of your fucking head. And even though like I don't give a fuck what Nathan has to say, but still, I'm like, that's just sitting right there.
Oh, you always want to be like, justified in some way by your league mates, like, because then you really feel like you did the right thing. You're like, that feels good.
It's also fun to try to play to be the smartest guy in the room ahead of time.
I
saw that. I saw that coming.
Even you're like, even when you're like, yeah, that was a smart move. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe you fucking did that.
Yeah, like you had no idea. Like oh, I saw that coming.
What are you
I had
thinking?
no idea.
What an idiot! What an idiot! All right, so what about? Actually, we'll go waiver wires because waiver wires happened before Thursday night's game. Anything interesting that you guys saw during waivers?
I'm pulling them up now so I can refresh.
Yeah,
what was the daddy flex? Do you remember the daddy flex?
Oh,
I'm always interested in the guys who put in multiple waivers and drop the same guy.
So we had did that just happen? No, that happened last night. Side Pots added DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, we were.
He did that moments before he went up to bowl.
Dave and I were trying to tell him that his roster looked a little bit light.
Brad dropped Aaron Jones since he went on to IR and picked up Hunter Renfrow. Okay.
Noted.
Let's see. Gregory. Noted. Gregory dropped Evan Ingram, who's been dog shit, for Romeo Doubs.
I think he stole Romeo Doubs from Dougie. I think Doug really wanted him back.
Well, I mean, he put a $0 bid for him, so
he had him, but then he like maxed out his roster, so he couldn't get
right.
him.
And then I think he tried to get him back, but he dropped the same player, I think, because he had a claimant on him.
He bid more for the Titans guy dropping the same.
Right, and he dropped the same player, so he didn't get Dobbs either. Because I'm always confused by when it says that same players dropped, but then they have another guy that says $0, but they don't get him either.
You got the Nictator adding Blake Corum. You got some intel on Kyron going down or something?
No, I think it was really just he was getting a lot of buzz this past week about how he looked, his role maybe increasing a little bit. So with Fields being ruled out, it was just a roster spot to play with. So I think, anytime you have an open spot, it's kind of like, if you don't,
it's a wild card, right?
Yeah, at least grab a lottery ticket just to see
take a flyer. Yep.
Yeah.
You got
So-
Adam, got Goat over here going with Kyle. I don't even know how to say his name. Managa?
Manungai.
Yeah, there you
I didn't even
Manungai.
try that one.
go. So he's gotten some actions. I could have swore Roshan would have been RB2 in the Bears offense, and it has not looked like that. I don't know. This guy's gonna come. What was he, a fifth rounder this year?
That
Fifth
sounds
or sixth
perfect.
rounder? Yeah,
So he's a day 2 or day 3 guy almost then.
yeah, but he's clearly the RB2 in that system.
And now Swift has a questionable tag. He's got a some sort of injury I saw.
Yeah. This made me happy. Nate dropped Ollie Gordon, and then he scored a touchdown last night. So, LOL, MB. But he did pick up Juwan Jennings, who I think will have a bigger impact as long as he's healthy.
Yeah, he didn't practice today.
He didn't, but I think he will, in the long run, produce more. Unless A-Chain goes down, and then I think Ollie Gordon is a little more valuable. But
Jalen Wright came back last night, even though he
Yep.
didn't play or
He
didn't
didn't
get
play.
any touches. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with the
you
waiver
got-
wire.
Go ahead.
So the last thing I want is Nate to pick up Juwan Jennings. But I'm all right with receivers, so I'm not going to pick him up. But I'm not going to cockblock Nate on Juwan Jennings. But I'm like to the rest of the league, hey, Juwan Jennings is on the waiver
Do
wire.
something.
Anybody want to get him?
I got 5 on it, but it wasn't enough.
And I'm like, man, because and Nate's bench, it's stacked too. So he's a wise player.
When you got
had him
bye week
dropped
problems coming up, you got to start thinking about stacking your bench too.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's the reason I didn't make any waiver wires.
We got Davy Cakes dropping Trey Tucker for Jared Goff. Interesting.
Boy, they were going on about how awful Goff has been against the Ravens and just outdoors and
I think
general.
I think I heard something that the Lions have played the Ravens like 6 times in the past 15 years or something like that, or some godly amount of time, and they've only won once in that amount of time.
Yeah,
I know Davy Cakes loves him some Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with Jaden Daniels going down, he needs to figure it out.
That stinks.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
that stinks. When that came out of
brutal.
nowhere, nobody even I don't think anybody knew he was hobbled coming out of that game, and then you all of a sudden you're like, oh, he's got a knee injury, and you're like,
I did
what?
see a meme where it was RG3 and it was morphing into Jaden Daniels.
Oh no!
I'll never forget watching that game, and I know there's the field that Holt High School football team plays on is better than the field at
the
RFK or whatever
it's FedEx Field.
FedEx Field,
FedEx.
And
FedEx Field.
What a mess! Just destroyed him.
So here was a little snatch up. So Brad, he had dropped Elik Ayamanar, and then fucking Daddy picked him up, and good for him for dropping Caleb Johnson, because I don't think Mike Tomlin is going to give that dude I don't think he's going to give him a chance.
Yeah, not after what he did on that kickoff. That
no,
he is deeply buried.
He's got to be Doghouse City.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. This is the one. Where was it? Oh yeah, here. So he picked them up. This is Daddy's Flex. Picked them up for $16.
Wow.
And then
I
Watson picks up Troy Franklin, who I think is going to be a bigger player, for $8. I had a bid for $7 on him.
I think I had $1 on him. Yeah.
If I was going to spend 16, I would have put it on Franklin.
Yeah, but also,
but
Sean Payton could totally just pull the rug up, and Troy Franklin is
not Sean Payton.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, yeah, I think that was about it for. Oh, I did add the Falcons defense for $2.
You did beat me on that one. I think I had them in the primary position over the Chiefs.
$1 for $1.
I think I had $0 for them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll usually put $1 or $2 on them, depending on who I think is going to go after. I'm like, they'll probably put $1, so I'll go $2. Or if I'm like, they're going to do $2, I'm going to go $3.
I know. You play that game in your head, and it's like you can always reason into another $1, $2. And then you're just like,
and then
I'll just make it $5 to make sure nobody gets.
Are you streaming defenses this year, PG? Or is that what you're doing?
I pretty much always stream defenses.
I mean, I know you did a lot last year. I just didn't know if you were.
I play the matchups.
It's not a bad. I mean, it's not
hard.
a. Defenses are so defense, special teams are kind of a coin flip every week anyway. A lot of times they're stupid. I didn't know because I sometimes I stream them too, just because some weeks your matchups with the defenses just look so shitty. You know, I didn't know if there was other people out there doing it because I'll pick up defenses. Yeah, I mean I'll pick up and dump defense because sometimes I look at my transactions over the year and it's like, oh, you made 47, and I'm like, well, yeah, but 20 of those were defenses pick up and drops, you know, just for weather change or something on a Sunday.
Did I hear a beer crack?
That was a beer. Adam, do you want to recap what happened at the end of last week's episode?
Yeah, I think it was the classic podcast bet of David Njoku versus Juwan Jennings, and I said Juwan would score more. He sure did, and now it's time to chug it, Dorito.
He did. Indeed.
What do you got? What do you got there?
So this is Montucky. I don't know if you've ever.
Excuse you.
I thought you would just, if you're going to chug it, I figured you just, let's just get a Bud Light or something and make it easy on yourself. But...
Yeah, make it less painful.
You're chugging the good stuff.
I unfortunately do not have any Bud Light in the house. Maybe that would have been the choice, but yeah, no, don't have any of that. So, Adam, good call on the Juwan Johnson, even though it didn't really help me. I did start him. I did start him, but no, it was definitely a good call.
Yeah, get it. I say we do a podcast bet every week. What do you guys say?
Go.
Get it, son?
Yes, boy.
All right. And that about does it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like in Super Troopers when he chugs the syrup.
Wow. Thursday night game. Did you guys watch the game last night?
Every damn snap.
Yep.
Yeah, we had it on. It was on the TV at bowling, so I put eyes on it as much as I can. But
when you guys watch on Amazon, do you choose the fucking Madden view where they highlight all the players and stuff like that? I just did this, and that's not going to look good.
That's freeze frame it. I'm gonna.
We just get the regular feed. When we're at the bowling alley, we just get the regular feed.
I'm so rarely at home on a Thursday evening for a football game.
Yeah,
I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't. I that's the first time that I've ever heard of that. Actually, I just thought you just click on Prime and you can only watch one.
No, so if you click on Prime, there's like 3 different three different versions that you can watch, and one of them is like dynamic stats view or
Really?
whatever, and it's almost like the Madden view, and as everyone's lining up, they'll highlight all of the players, and then they'll actually like draw a line as they're running to show their route and everything. Pretty fucking nuts.
Whoa.
See, that would be fascinating. If I said we're usually not home. Usually, like we're at the bowling alley, and I guess we could ask him to put one of those up on one of the screens.
Yeah, because it's just one of the selections. Like whenever you select watched it.
Maybe we ask him next week, Nick, because I know he can put different stuff on different TVs. Maybe I don't know what pair we're on next week. Maybe we could ask Brad if he could. That's the guy who runs the TVs. If we could ask if he could put the stat view on one of the other TV. Of course, that might piss everybody off in the league, in the other league. Not that we not that we give a shit, but I mean,
I saw two different tables when I was walking by that had iPads out, and
I saw 4 or 5 people last night that had their phones out checking fantasy. So it's obvious that we are not the only nerds there watching fantasy football all night. So I think there's a lot of people in there that play fantasy. They're also bowling. So I think if this exists, like PJ's saying, I think we might need to check this out. Or maybe, you know what? We could just pull it up on our phones. I mean, we got Prime on our phones. I said, thinking the one time you brought in didn't you have like a little tablet that one time last year for the Blues game? Didn't you bring that little tablet in there when the Blues were in the playoffs? I remember we were watching the playoff game on your tablet last year.
Yeah, I think the Blues and there was something going on, but there was multiple games. But I brought it in for the Blues game and had it on our table.
I'm going to remind you next week to bring that tablet and let's see if we can pull it up and watch this stat view.
Yeah, it's just a cool little feature.
I never knew that this existed, but I'm interested now.
Yeah,
I would like to see on Sundays how all 12 of us pay attention to the games. Like who's just like chilling, doing stuff at parties, and who's like into it, doing all the stuff on the phone.
I sit in this chair. I sit in this chair and I just get angry every time I flip around and I see somebody else, whoever I'm playing, and they get a touchdown, and my wife and daughter are upstairs, and then all of a sudden I go here like, "What are you, a motherfucker?" And that's somebody got a touchdown, and I'm like, "All right, keep it down."
So here's a small peek behind how I do it. I don't look at the ESPN app. I eventually do, obviously, like if after the end of the 3:00 games or whatever, but I don't check my guys to see what they're doing. Like just go straight to it. I go to the CBS Sports app and then I go to the game and then I hit plays and I scroll through every drive to see what is going on. That is how I watch the game if I can't be sitting in front of Red Zone. To see what's going on. It's like I like slow play the whole process to see what's going on. I'm like, who's getting the catches, who's getting the targets, and then that's how I do it. And don't ask me why or how, but that's how it started a few years ago.
Really? You don't like watch it because I like pick which player on my roster I want to watch that day, then that's the game that I watch.
No, I'm like if I have
that would drive me crazy.
Like if I have
because I couldn't I don't know. I like just like, okay, well I want to watch, like this year I got Gibbs, so I'll be watching more Detroit games, when they're on.
No, I'm like if like I said, if I don't have it on Red Zone, if I want to see what Bijan's doing, I'll just go to Atlanta and I'll just start at the beginning and just monitor the drive and just scroll through each drive and see what's going on. And I do that for all my players. And then eventually when I know who I'm really targeting on about who I don't want to see destroy me, I'll look at their games too and do the same thing. It's like a silly just thing I do.
I mean,
what pissed me off last week. Real quick, what pissed me off last week is the ESPN's app was like fucked up. And
Oh my God, it was pissing me off so bad.
Out of the gate, it was like, yeah, it was crashed, I think, to start.
No points were showing up. Well, I know the last night when the Bills were like right on the goal line, Nick was up bowling and he missed a spare or he left a split and he was coming back and Cook had just run it in. He's playing against Cook and I was like, Nick, I don't want to tell you this, but Cook just got a touchdown. And Nick goes, oh great. He said something like, yeah. Nick goes, oh, he goes, that was, and he just got an open too. He goes, that was a great. He said something like, that was just a wonderful last 30 seconds of my life.
Yep. Yeah, I missed I think it was a 3-6-9 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like, but it all happened just like that. Like he just missed it, and as soon as the Cook runs it in, I was like, oh God, he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell him that the Cook just got a touchdown.
Allen
And he just, and I was like, oh shit.
Allen took it on first down and did the strangest play. I don't know what
Yeah, I
he
don't
was
understand.
doing.
I don't know what he was thinking.
And then he
on
ends
that
up
play.
losing like 3 yards, and I'm like, okay, now he's just gonna throw it. And then I come back, miss the spare, yeah, and they're like, oh, James Cook ran it in. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, come on.
And I
Who does that?
I love I love the Bills. So I'm like, I want Allen to just rack up. Even if I don't have him as my quarterback, I want him to just always rack up as many points as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game for fantasy. I mean, you had your stars show up. Allen had a good game. Cook, A-Chain, Hill, Waddle. I mean,
it was a
I know
good
Waddle
finish.
scored a touchdown. I was like, of course.
Yeah, I
Waddle
couldn't.
scored a touchdown.
There was a Waddle sighting. I don't think I've seen him since I had him at the
it's
end of
'cause
last
he's
year. I was
playing
like, you
against
never
me.
see him. Yeah.
He's playing against me.
I remember Nick saying he goes, somebody has. Well, he thought he was playing against Waddle, and then he
Nope.
opened up the app. He goes, nope, it's PJ. He goes, I love that for him.
Yeah. No, I had I realized yesterday I was going against Cook and H-An, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
God.
But you gotta hope you're like, okay, it's a Thursday night game. They're typically not high scoring. Like you're almost like, maybe you have a chance that they're both gonna fucking dud out.
Yeah.
Well, Cook almost had like another 65-yarder there at the end. I mean, he got tripped up in the fourth quarter before Buffalo scored that last touchdown. He almost had a 65-yard run for a touchdown. He got tripped up at the last second.
Yeah, I don't think. I think when I looked, they both basically hit their projected total. Like they put up 37 almost combined, and I'm like feeling good about it between two guys.
Allen got his projected.
Right?
I was happy.
Oh, for sure. I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I thought the writing was on the wall for Cook to grind, and then H-An to just catch a million passes. Which, I mean, he did catch a million passes, but luckily it was only for like 29 yards or something.
Yeah, especially with the line. I think the line ended at 13.5. Like that's incredible for a Thursday night game. Like I just thought that was just way too high.
I think the under covered too, I believe, if I saw right. Like those bookmakers, like they know it's somehow they just know.
Oh yeah, the under definitely covered because
I was gonna say they just
only 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Are you talking about points under like
points. Yeah, like the money.
Oh, the spread. Miami covered.
Yeah.
Miami covered the spread.
The over hit.
So the over hit, but I'm saying the spread as far as points, Miami covered the spread.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
PJ, do we get money if we start mentioning like Missouri sports books or anything? Should we like?
I was gonna say
we should start doing it.
And
then we'll
December
just send
1st.
them clips. We'll just send them clips.
We'll slowly start getting advertisers.
Yeah, for sure. I would mind it. I mean, it would definitely offset some of the money that I'm paying for the streaming shit.
Yeah,
which isn't a lot, but still.
So Circa and I don't know what they even know. DraftKings and Circa I think is coming here.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
Got to start talking about it.
Right, I'm just shocked. Yeah,
we'll send them the clips.
Yeah, I hear DraftKings Sportsbooks is one of the best out there.
So I'm wondering. I do know that Ameristar, they've got a whole section they just closed down where they're putting theirs in at. I just don't know. They're normally linked up with a different sports book, but I'm sure they're going to have a hook up with another one because Hollywood's hooked up with FanDuel, but they didn't get the license either. So I'm sure that these casinos have got to hook up with one of these two to be able to take bets here.
Yeah.
But you can also do
so
them online, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we talked about week 2 real quick. I found these interesting graphics. If you had the perfect lineup, who do you think would be in the perfect lineup that had the most points scored for quarterback, for 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, tight end?
Well, you had to have Goff,
Okay.
right? He had the huge game. I mean, running back wise, I
Ooh,
would.
week 2.
Neighbors.
Yeah. We'll just show that.
And
So
Amara.
golf, yep, for your quarterback, Jonathan Taylor and James Cook.
Yeah.
Amon and Malik Neighbors, Adam.
Yep, that sounds right.
Yep. Tucker Kraft, who I went against, he played last Thursday, and so I was already fighting the whole 24 fucking points going into last Sunday.
Apparently blew it out because I guess he may not play this week.
He might not, yeah. And then Jamar Chase as your flex. Brandon Aubrey, big dick kick, fucking Aubrey with what, 2 60-yarders? One was a 65, I think.
Boy,
I think he had a
65 yards.
When you set up a 65-yard kick or whatever it is,
What
on
are you
a run
thinking when
play
you do
at
that?
the end of a game, they just gave it to Javonte to be like, all right, let's just let's get it on the right hash mark for him, and then
he loses like 2 yards.
We're just gonna kick from 64.
No, seriously, you're on your own 40, and you're like, we just need 3 more yards, and we got this.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And he comes out and drills it like it's nothing.
Yeah, just ice veins, man, ice veins.
I could, I saw it. Yeah, 60. I just can't believe you can kick a ball that far.
Yeah. And then the Falcons with 21 points on defense, which is why I picked them up against the Carolina Panthers this week. All right, so you had the perfect lineup, and now the imperfect.
Oh boy!
I was gonna say this might be me or King's lineup.
Yeah, this. So you had JJ McCarthy, 2.82 points. Henry, 2.3 points.
Yeah.
Zach Charbonnet with 1 point. Matthew Golden
guilty
with 1.5.
Going down Davy Cake's roster.
Courtland Sutton with 1.6. You got Loveland at 0. You got JCM with 1.7. Chase McLaughlin with 2, and the Bears with -4, giving you a total score of 8.92 points.
Can you imagine?
-4 points.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Detroit didn't give me that the first week. I got 0 points from them, which doesn't help when Daddy gets 6 points up with his defense. But at least it wasn't negative. Could have been worse.
I've seen some negatives. They happen.
Yeah. So that's fun. I also saw, so this is from Fantasy Pros, which I know you guys use a lot. These were the most added players this week. So you had Troy Franklin, Daniel Jones. Is anyone rostering Daniel Jones?
He's been looked at only about 50 times by me.
Yeah.
But I just can't do it. It's Daniel
Can't pull the
Jones.
trigger, huh?
It's Danny Dimes. You don't want to do it.
He's going on the road for the first time.
Yeah, but he handled that Denver defense.
I know.
That's crazy.
He
crazy.
Totally gets kudos for that one for sure.
Yeah.
Indiana
Jones, man. Indiana Jones.
Wandale,
Wandale, who has a nice spot on my bench, especially last week when he went off for 28 points. Spencer Rattler was added, which was kind of shocking. I mean, I'm guessing because maybe fantasy pros, there's a whole bunch of people that are in super flex leagues, and with all the
that's what I'm
quarterback
thinking.
injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to have somebody.
Yeah,
And they
Zach
have
Ertz.
New Orleans. So they have a who do they have this week? They have a pretty good matchup, don't they? Like,
I
They're
think
playing
they
the
play
Seahawks.
Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah, they play Seattle.
okay.
You got Juwan Johnson. I almost always say Juwan Jennings, and I'm like, no, not.
I know.
The Juwan is spelled different, even, but still. Jake Browning, which I don't know. What do you think that Bengals offense is going to look like, Adam?
He
Their
came
offensive line is so bad.
Yeah,
He scored like 24 points yesterday after Burrow went out. So it's like,
yeah.
who knows?
He looked great. I just worry about somebody getting murdered behind that offensive line at some point.
He's one of the they've talked about this a lot this week, obviously, and he's one of the few backups I feel like where he can run the system, and maybe maybe Chase don't lose a whole heck of a lot.
I hope they
Chase
don't.
Brown-
I hope Chase Brown just keeps running
Chase
at
Brown
the back of the
is
line.
but Browning, yeah, I mean, obviously, he can come in and maybe he can at least make it palatable.
Is
Yeah.
Burrow
Did you,
just always going to get injured?
Well, he seems to have a
He
little bit
just
of that
seems
going
to
on,
be
doesn't he?
injury
I
prone,
just saw-
really
I
bad.
just saw a graphic, and it was a game for game, like in the amount of games between him and Andrew Luck, and how many hits he's taken, how many.
I saw that.
And it's more hit. Like he's taken more hits
Yes.
than Andrew Luck.
Sacks. You talking about the sack one?
Sacks.
He-
It just
He had been
hits,
sacked like
concussions.
217 times already in less games.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you got to wonder like how much more time that dude has. Like,
I mean, he's just getting all the money that they spend on offensive players. I mean, and they never beef up that line to protect him ever. It
Yeah.
boggles my mind.
And then we kind of talked about these two, and then Bashaw Tootin, I believe, Davy Cakes has him.
He sure
I'm not
does.
Drafted
mistaken.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the top added players this week. And then we have the most dropped players. Austin Eckler, I think Side Pots did that. JJ McCarthy, I don't think anyone was starting him, or I think someone did have him on his roster.
Greg had him.
Yeah. Joe Burrow dropping him. Would you be putting him on your IR? I guess if you don't have.
I guess you could do it until you need it.
Yeah.
They're talking December, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Caleb Johnson, Daddy dropped him. Loveland, he's a rookie tight end on Chicago. They got Cole Kmet. Like, I think people jumped the gun thinking that he was going to be a thing this year. I think he will be a thing, just maybe not this year.
That Ben Johnson effect.
Yeah. Evan Ingram, once again, we talked about it, dog shit in that Sean Payton offense. Jaden Reed, because of the shoulder. Ollie Gordon, which, man, I don't know. I might be looking at Ollie Gordon. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe a little foreshadowing.
You can do it right now. Nobody would even know.
Well, no, because I think it's got to wait till tomorrow.
Wait till at least maybe tomorrow.
Somebody just dropped. Yeah.
A-Chain, man. I don't know, man. He can be fragile.
Oh yeah.
He does get hurt.
He came out like on their first drive at some point when Gordon scored, and I remember I was searching Twitter because I was like, did he get? He looked like he just looked a little off on the sideline from what I saw.
Got his bell rung again.
I'm like, oh god! I'm like, did he get hurt?
Tank Bigsby, I guess, getting traded to the Eagles. behind Barkley, and then Hunter Henry, which I still think Hunter Henry will have his games, but I guess it's just
This is what he does.
this is what he does. Like I think he'll still have some games.
There's just other tight ends out there that I think you're gonna put better stock in than risk having him in there for that one big game he's gonna have.
Oh, for sure.
But I feel that way about Cole Kmet too. He'll have monster games, and then he'll drop 2 or 3 goose eggs in a row.
Yeah.
This is just what I don't know. I feel like the Patriots offense as a whole, you're just
I mean, I've got Travion Henderson, and I just keep waiting. But I mean, New England always does that with rookie running backs. You think they're gonna let them go, and then they just hold them back. And Gibson had more carries than Henderson last week.
Yeah.
Of course.
Real quick, let's get into this.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What is
we're just gonna just gloss over that, or we're gonna...
I just want to ask a few questions. So
I don't think Adam was here 2 weeks ago when he did that the first time.
Oh, I was. We just all had stone faces. I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What is the game of the week or the weekend for you guys?
Ooh. Well,
I'll pull it up real quick.
Well, for me, it's not anything in the NFL. The game of the week is King versus Daddy. There's nothing that gets me more jacked up than when King plays Daddy, because these are two guys that live life to the fullest, and the shit talking is coming when King plays Daddy, because they're both going to be drinking beer, and they're both going to be pissed off, and it's going to be close, and one of them's going to lose, and they're going to be fucking mad. So King versus Daddy Bowl is always my favorite time of the year.
I think this year, because of the amount of money that's online, I think Watson v. Daddy is going to be a bigger shit talking contest.
I hope it is, but Watson's so quiet. I know.
Oh no, he'll bring it out. He'll bring it out.
Is he going to bring it? I would love to see him bring it.
It's $150
I like it when he's active
for that one.
I know there's lots. When he's active, he's great, but he's I know he's very busy. I said when he's active, he brings it really good. I would love to see that.
Yeah. What do you got, Nick?
Chiefs Giants. That's
Chiefs Giants.
I think that's for. I mean, I don't have I'm planning on playing Pacheco, and I have the Chiefs defense. Either way, I think that's like for the Chiefs, it's like you're 0-2, and if you lose to the Giants, like that's a big put up or shut up game. So I think that one's gonna have it's Sunday night. Let's have a lot of eyes on it.
Yep. What about you, Goat?
On a personal level, it might sound like a dumb game, but the Raiders Commanders game is an important one for me. Like I got Debo going. He's got the Washington defense. He's got Ashton Genty. Like I've got some DraftKings pick six.
And when are they live in Missouri?
Very soon.
December 1st.
December 1st.
Perfect.
December 1st.
I'll be interested to see how that game goes.
We'll have DraftKings caps on next week.
Yep.
You're damn right. Send them over, DraftKings. I'll wear
it. Yeah. I think for me, it's just for my squad team. I think I have the one I'm most looking forward to is the New Orleans Seahawks game. And that's mostly because I'll have 3 guys going in that game. So I'll have Kamara, I'll have Juwan Johnson, and because Zach Charbonnet is scheduled not to play, I am rolling out Kenneth Walker III as one of my flexes.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. He is going to get
So,
all the carries.
I am hoping that that pays off and it's not just a disaster and they end up, only letting him touch the ball fucking 11 times or something like that. Like
I
just
don't
know
see that happening.
now. And then Calvin Ridley is going to go off because I'm benching Calvin Ridley. He's just going to fucking have himself a fucking game.
I'm in my
at home against Indy.
Yeah. Cam Ward's just going to fucking light it up and, throw for 250, 275. And yeah, it's going to be nuts.
I had told Nick, I said
Have
it was
his day.
my weekend of what do I have? Because with Eckler getting hurt, I'm starting Bill. Well, he just goes by Bill McCroskey Merritt because he moved up to the number 1 running back, and I, as excited as I am to see him play, I still don't really know. I know what he did in preseason, but I don't know what he's going to do or how Washington's going to use him. So that's a big what if for me to see, what is this guy going to do as a number 1 running back?
Yeah. It's I mean, there's some other good games. I think, just not on my fantasy team kind of thing. I think the Lions and Ravens is obviously going to be a big thing.
That's big.
Yeah, I'll be watching that.
You got
I
two.
think that's
You got two undefeateds with the Rams and the Eagles.
Yeah. Bears, Cowboys, they're both dog shit, but I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be exciting.
My daughter will be watching the Cowboys. She loves the Cowboys now.
So I don't know. Yeah, there's a couple of good games. I'm glad that there's only one Monday night football game though this week.
I don't want another 9:30
9:00
start.
at night?
That sucks.
Dude, fuck you guys. It's like 10 o'clock here. Like it's fucking it's nuts.
No way.
Well,
I
don't think I could handle living on the East Coast like that, having games start at 10 o'clock. Fuck no.
Yeah. So I watched up until like midway through the second quarter.
That's about as far as I made it.
Yeah, and then I passed out, and then I woke up the next morning, and ESPN's app was all fucked up, and it showed me at like 89 points, and I was like, what the fuck? But then it showed Herbert at 0, it showed Keenan Allen at 0, and it showed somebody else, I forgot who else I had playing in that game. But Jacoby Myers. It had Jacoby Myers at 0. So it wasn't counting their points, and it had me at 89. And I'm like, did I have the lowest fucking score? I'm like, how is that even fucking possible?
I'll tell you, Keenan Allen's been a hell of a pickup. I did not. Because I've got McConkey, and Keenan Allen has been way better so far in the first 2 weeks. I mean, he is really. Well, for his age and where he's at, I mean, man, he is.
Quentin Johnson is really, really devaluing Lad McConkey right now.
He's destroying him, and that's not something that I would have expected. But for Keenan Allen to come back to the Chargers, I'm just really impressed with what he's been doing.
He's like, I wasn't dead. I was just on the Bears. Like, that's like.
He just looks like he looks like his old self again.
Have you seen that picture of his fucking shoulder?
Yeah.
Like, he's got this huge like fucking bump right here. Like he's fucked up his rotator cuff or his shoulder so many times, and he's never done anything with it.
Yeah, he's never got it fixed.
It's never got it fixed, and he's just got this huge like fucking bump right here. It's gnarly.
That's a miserable surgery. He must just not want to do the surgery.
When you watch like Receiver like a year ago or whatever, and you see like George Kittle getting like acupuncture between every game, and you're just like, wait, I don't know if I want to draft George Kittle after I see this.
Yeah. Like look at this.
What these guys go through is insane.
Hold on. We fucking of course that's on. I don't want fucking TikTok.
PJ, side note, in my in my own projections, I got Keenan Allen going off this week.
Okay. All right.
I can
I was
definitely
going
see
to
it.
hold on.
Against Denver.
Hold on for that thought, because I have another video that I want to play, and we'll get into some surprises. Fuck, where's a good picture of this thing? You know what? Just do. Why is this? This is crazy that I can't pull this fucking picture up. Here.
Nick, Kyle Pitts is off the injury report. You're going to roll him out there this week?
I mean, it has to be so worth it. Who? I'm sorry.
One Kyle Pitts.
Oh no, he's.
Look at this thing.
He's active.
Look at this thing. This is what his fucking shoulder looks like.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Oh,
like that's just how his shoulder is right now. Like it is just like that.
It's like the bone is just from the rope it's just come up, and he's just. I mean, you're supposed to get that fixed.
Yeah, Nick, look at that. What do you think that is?
It looks like one of those. You remember in the Matrix when they put that tracker in Neo's belly button? I'm like, I feel like it's like Keenan Allen has a tracker on his right shoulder.
Oh,
Trinity and her crew needs to like just nail it out of there.
It's like some Star Trek people.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. All right, we'll get into our last segment. Nick, this one's for you.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What is the biggest surprise? Who's your biggest surprise for the weekend that you think is gonna do well that no one else is looking at?
Ooh, no one's looking at that could have a big game. Gosh, I mean, how about Marcus Mariota? I mean,
yeah.
You know,
do you favor Debo in this, or do you favor Terry McLaurin?
I think at this point you still have to say Debo, but
because I don't think anyone's going to be, unless you're in a 2 QB league, I don't think anyone's starting McLaurin. But your surprise could be either one of those wide receivers having a big game.
Yeah, and they'll both be, I'm sure, pretty widely started throughout. But
and I think,
I mean,
what was it last year that McLaurin or that Jaden Daniels missed a game? Mariota came in, and I'm pretty sure McLaurin had himself a pretty good game. Not a lot of targets, but I think he had like 60 or 70 and a touchdown.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like they put together a pretty decent stat line that game. So I saw Marcus Mariota hit the microphone in an interview for the leading up to it when they announced he was a starter, and like I almost thought it was a joke because he just doesn't look like. I don't know. I'm like, he looks like he's aged 20 years in 2 years. So, but either way, yeah.
You were just at Oregon like 2 years ago. How the fuck did you?
Yeah, right. Like, but yeah, why not Marcus Mariota?
All right. What do you got? Goat.
Yeah, I'll stick with Keenan Allen, and then I got Matthew Golden of the Packers going off this week too. Breakout.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mr. Postman?
I don't think anybody looked. I'm gonna say Drake May.
Okay.
I think Drake May, and I'm gonna throw an outside line. I'm assuming he's still starting. I haven't seen for sure Mac Jones. I don't know why, but he had a pretty good game out there in San Francisco. I'll go with the two. Mac Jones. I'm not really a Mac Jones guy, but I thought he might just go out there and stink it up, but he actually had a pretty decent game out there. And I know nobody's paying attention to him, but I really like Drake May. I've been very impressed with him.
So I know that he had a pretty good game last week against the Giants, but he's got another good game, I think, against the Bears. And I think George Pickens has himself another. He had 17.8 points last week, if I'm looking at that right. I think he has a better game this week against the Bears than he did last week, which I don't know if it's possible, but I just think that was last week. Yeah. Did something happen with Adam? Where'd he go?
He turned his light off.
Oh.
He's got his own surprise coming.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah. That's one of the best lines ever.
I thought you'd like that, Nick.
Watch Tyrod. He'll be another one that could
that's a good one too.
Weekend.
Yeah.
And then of course, so far, there he came back. I don't know what happened.
Yep.
So the past 3 weeks, I've ended the show with an interesting fact. I need to find an intro for interesting fact. But what happened with Nick? Move him there.
Nick froze.
We got him.
I lost my audio again, so I just figured I'd dump out and come back.
And then I was saying, doing interesting facts for the past 3 weeks, I found this interesting fact. So most receiving yards through 30 career games. Puka Nacua, look who he's up there with. Odell Beckham, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Randy Moss.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, that's
some good company.
That's pretty fucking good company for your first 30 career games, and you're sitting at third ahead of Jamar Chase and Randy Moss.
How about Randy Moss being fifth on that list?
I know.
I really forget how good Odell was. Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
Those first couple of years with New York, I mean, he was really good.
Golly.
So, I thought I saw that, and I thought that was a really cool stat, and it's just incredible. Who would have thought, 2 years ago?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
You just hope these guys, can stay healthy because, Moss obviously had an incredible career. The other guys are still in the beginning part.
Yeah.
And you have guys like Cooper Kupp that started off so hot and then he just went right down. You wouldn't even know he existed anymore.
Yeah, Moss definitely had. I mean, this is his first 2 years in the league.
Randy Moss, his first couple.
Yeah,
years
he was
just
insane.
Oh my God, sound like Chris Collins, right?
Yeah.
This guy.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, here's the guy. He just reminds me of Patrick Mahomes. I know I say it a lot, but this guy. Have you seen the one where he's doing the video on was it the kid from Nebraska who actually looks like Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
I know I say this all the time, but this guy really does look like Patrick Mahomes.
He looks like Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, we're sitting at an hour and 10 minutes. It is almost 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. I think I'm going to call it, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about.
No, I just want to thank DraftKings again for sponsoring us. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and,
thank you, DraftKings. We appreciate you, DraftKings.
Going live
Bullet
December
Rye.
1st.
Bullet
Use
Rye
our-
bourbon.
We're gonna get a code here soon as DraftKings gives us one.
Yeah,
they know.
coming live in Missouri on December 1st.
Yep.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thanks for joining me again and not leaving me to do this solo. Don't ever want to do
Thanks for
that.
doing it, Pete.
No, we won't let you do that.
And yeah, I will see you guys or talk to you guys over the weekend, and I will see you next Friday.
All right.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Good luck.